Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to continue installing a few mods on the 2023 V4. Nothing very hard. I've got the levers I showed you before from Rizoma that I want to go ahead and get on. And I also bought kind of an adapter for the quad lock that goes into the stem so you don't have to use one of those big adapters that screws down on the tank. So let's go take a look at what we got. All right guys, so as I've showed you before, I did buy both the clutch and the brake lever. These are made by Rizoma through Ducati. Ducati Austin is where I get all of this stuff from. It's where I also bought the motorcycle. So once again, I'll leave their link in the description below. They've taken great care of me. So we have those to put on. All right, we'll go ahead and start with the brake. So what we need to do is remove the bolt that goes through the lever. There's a 10 millimeter nut on the bottom, and then I believe that is a number 4 Allen. Once we get that out, that we use to loosen that, pull that out. So let's go ahead and get the nut off the bottom first. There's nothing hard about this. You want to use a ratchet, you can also, there's plenty of room. Then we can go ahead, take our number 4 Allen, loosen this up. And then basically you'll pull out the bolt or whatever you want to call it. Now, on this plunger goes inside of the boot. So basically all you have to do is just pull on this and then it will pull out of that boot. Now, as you can see, what I had to do was I just used a socket that's about the same size as the sleeve and knocked it out so you can get, because you need this upper piece. There is a spring in there, so be careful when you take it apart. Like so. Once you get the lever apart, basically, you will take your upper section, your new spring goes in the top of the lever. You can put this in. I'm going to put it with the dimple to the bottom because that's how it was to begin with. And even though you may not need it, I'm going to put just the ever smallest amount of grease in there, like so. Then we will take this, make sure the spring goes underneath the arm here. Like so. So when it's collapsed now, it is under there. Like so. And then, before I get too far ahead, I'm also going to put a little bit of grease on the sleeve. And then we'll go ahead and shove it in. Like so. Now before we put this on, I do want to put a little grease inside also for the pivot pin. I believe that's what that's called. So we will put a little bit of that in there. All right, now let's go back to the bike. Okay, now when you go to reinsert the plunger into the boot, it can be kind of a pain, so go ahead and grease this also. It makes this slide in much easier. Normally what you can do is just kind of hold onto this or just shove it in like so. Normally you can see it when it pops over the lip. Then we've already got our grease inside. We'll take our pivot pin, tighten that down, and then go ahead and put our nut back on the bottom. And it's a locking nut, so you don't need any Loctite on it. Again, it's a 10 millimeter. It's pretty simple. Now, the kit does come, if you want to change this black ring, it does have a red ring you can put on. And then of course, this adjusts your level of throw, or I guess, I don't know what you want to call it. So you can adjust that to your liking. Let's go ahead and move over to the clutch side. Now again here, we'll pretty much do the exact same process we did on the other side. There is a 10 millimeter nut on the bottom. Be careful because your switch is on the bottom right here and you can bend the tabs. So you can either use a socket or a wrench, whatever you prefer. All right, guys, there you go. A couple more mods installed on the bike. Pretty easy to do. Now, one thing about Ducati parts, they're expensive anyway. If you buy Ducati branded parts, Rizoma parts, they're even a little more expensive. There are cheaper options on the market that are great too. It, of course, all depends on what you want. If you guys do want any of this stuff for your bike, you can check out Ducati Austin. I'll put their link in the description below. Also, make sure if you guys are watching these videos and you like them, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out, helps the channel grow. Interact, also leave comments, ask questions. I love that kind of stuff. So that'll do it for today. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.